My understanding of e-learning is that it completely goes away from the bog standard textbook way of learning, and it's a lot more interactive and it's a lot more targeted towards this generation.
My understanding of e-learning that it's very important for students to use the technology that they've been brought up with in a learning environment so that they can make sure that they learn as much as possible in their time at the college.
It's a modern way of teaching students. It's all done electronically and it's different from, listening to a teacher reading out of textbooks.
I think e-learning is a powerful online tool which helps me and us as a students study at home as well as at college. So if we learn something at college and we need to develop it further at home for our studies, we can go into e-learning to help us with that.
Advantages for e-learning would be hopefully to engage students more into learning, making sure they can obviously access their learning anywhere, anytime. So if a student has been off sick, or those students that you have that have some problems outside of college that can't always access sessions, when you have to go through a second brief again as staff, normally you don't have the same amount of time, so you might miss certain things that are really important that you gave to your original class that learner may miss, and there's no way of judging how accurate the information you give second time round is to that learner. And so it means that if, for myself as well, I'd like to video my sessions and my briefings or do podcasts, and so the students can access that information regardless of whether they're in the session or not.
Advantages for e-learning is that you've got a range of resources that you can use. So you can do online voting in classrooms, you can submit your work online, it's all paperless, it's eco-friendly, and for people who use lots of technology, it's simple to use, and it's up to date with the new modern day era.
I think I just covered some, so students can access their learning whenever, really. I know at the moment that I kind of email them when they email me at 2 o'clock in the morning asking what something means, and I have to respond the next day. So the advantage is that they can hopefully access stuff like the PowerPoint that I need to send them and the assignment sheet that I need to send them. They'll be able to access that any time.
You can do it from the comfort of your own home. You don't have anything in the classroom distracting you like your friends or other students.
Disadvantages of e-learning is that people might get a bit complacent with it, they might start getting a bit lazy about it, kind of taking it for advantage sort of thing, because it's a bit more freedom, you've got a lot more freedom with it. Instead of reading off a board, you're going to have technology in front of you, and with technology you can sometimes get lost browsing the internet, and before you know it you're on all sorts of websites when you should be actually doing your work.
There could be distractions at home. You may become lazy with doing your work. You're not as motivated as you would be if you're in the classroom.
For me, the disadvantages would be for teachers that with e-learning they can feel that loss of control over your class of students if they're not in front of you and you're not driving on each task and checking that they've completed the first task before they move on to the next as a group. It can give staff and teachers anxiety. And I think that transition from the normal traditional way of teaching to implementing an e-learning model can give staff a lot of anxiety, and because there is a lot of time needed to plan all the resources. I think that would take a long time to plan the resources so that students can access the information anywhere.